Hi guys, Dan Nestor here, bringing you this week's market wrap on behalf of the crew here at McGrath, Ballarat. Another bumper week for us all in the building here, and today I want to make sure that we talk about not only sales but also what's happening in the world of property management, led by Leonie and alongside Sally and Amy in the property management division. So, as I said, bumper week here. We got a contract on a number of properties over the course of the last week. I'll run through those for a start. 104 Sim Street in Black Hill. Tony had a great result on this property. It was one where it was listed with the owners trying to sell it themselves for a period of time. They were unsuccessful. Tony picked up the keys last week. It was on the market on Wednesday. We had that well and truly wrapped up by Sunday with multiple offers on the table. I think we had 4 or 5 parties miss out on that property. Tony's achieved a result well within the range, an excellent result for his clients there who have been trying for quite some time now. Number 22 Galway Drive in Alfredton. Again, Tony worked his magic there. Top end of the range offer was achieved, and that has since gone to contract. Number 331 Vickers Street in Sebastopol. This was an unfortunate one. The vendors unfortunately lost their buyer last week due to a failed finance clause. We were able to turn that one back around within 48 hours. That one has since been agreed and gone back to contract. Number 6, Vantage Court in Cardigan. Great result achieved there for our vendors within the range. Huge demand for properties out there in the Blind Creek Road Estate in Cardigan and those surrounding areas at the moment. So if you've got a listing out that way, we'd love to talk to you. I know that I've met numerous buyers for properties along of that ilk over the past 6 weeks. So number 7, Windsor Avenue in Alfredton. Sean and I combined for a sale on that property. A great family relocating from South Africa purchased that property, which is great for all involved. Matt and Jackie had a great week. 290 Montgomery Street in Skipton. Jackie put that one together over the weekend. Unfortunately, the buyer got cold feet. And again, within 3 days, she had it stitched up with another buyer. And again, that's just indicative of the strength that we're seeing in the marketplace at the moment. 410 Racecourse Road in Trawalla. They've got a contract on that property this week. And today, they will go to contract on Mystery Lane in Enfield, which there's a couple of buyers fighting that one out as well. Sean and Kiara, 14 Surrey Street in Ballarat Central. Sean had a bad news phone call on Friday night just before his footy team lost on Friday night as well. It was raining, never rains to pause. But 14 Surrey Street fell over with the initial agreed offer on Friday night. He had that stitched up well and truly again by the morning to the next buyer in line, which was great. And number 35 Bradley Avenue, interesting one. That was with another agent for a period of a few months. Sean and Kiara took that one on, turned it around in a week for a phenomenal price over and above the asking range on that one. They also sold off-market a block of land there in Ballarat East, which again was listed with another agent. So phenomenal results across the board. The one consistent thing there with all of those properties is that we are seeing buyers compete against one another when it comes to the negotiation phase. And that's important when you're selling a property. It's always a great scenario to be in when the buyers are competing against each other to determine the price of your home versus the buyer competing against the vendor. It's always much easier when they're pitting it out against each other. What we're finding at the moment is a lot of these properties, say in the 450 and under price bracket, they're going week to week. So if we list 3 properties under 450 in a week, Tony and myself, or Sean and Kiara, or Matt and Jackie, you can just about guarantee 2 of those will be gone, maybe in some cases 3 of them. And they are a week-to-week proposition at the moment. What we're finding is the same buyers that will compete on one property one week will end up beating them all again at the property the next week, and they'll all compete against one another again. And that is what is driving the market at the moment. Competition breaks records in the pool, and it gets you the best price for your home, and there's nothing surer in real estate. And it's creating some phenomenal results at the moment. I must say, in my time, 13 years in real estate, I've never seen supply and demand imbalance like we've got at the moment. There is an absolute shortage of listings in the market, out there in the marketplace at the moment. That is what is leading to some phenomenal results. Let's talk about rentals, because these guys had Leonie, Amy and Sally had a phenomenal month last month, and it certainly deserves some recognition. So we added 16 properties, netted 16 properties to our rent roll over the course of the last month, which is a phenomenal effort. There's a lot of extra work involved when we're adding properties to the rent roll. They've done a phenomenal job of it over the course of the last month. But these are the stats that I really want to talk about. 0%, that's right, 0% vacancy rate across the board in our property management department at the moment. That's right, we don't have a single property that is vacant on our books at the moment, which is just unbelievable. And more importantly, I think this is the main stat here, is that arrears across the board in our property management division is 2.16%. I've been involved in a lot of real estate agencies over my time in real estate. I've never ever heard of a number like that. 2.16% in arrears in a time where the world is finding themselves in some financial hardship across the board. I think that's just an unbelievable result, and that's testament to Jenny's work there, who's been doing a hell of a lot of work in property management, getting on top of our arrears and making sure that our tenants are paying. And if they're not paying, how can we help you out? How can we put you in touch with somebody else who might be able to help you out, etc. And that's the question that we want to ask you guys. If you're listed with another agent at the moment with some of your rental properties, you might have some here and some somewhere else. Are you getting that same level of service? Where are things at with your current agent? Because we've certainly got the capacity to take on more here at the moment, and you won't get better service anywhere in Ballarat, that's for sure. The other call out there is that we're probably approaching a time where we're getting close to being in a position where we'll need to put another property manager on. So property managers out there, if you're watching this video and you're not quite happy where you are at the moment, we'd like to talk to you. So always keep the door open here at McGrath Ballarat. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week, guys. The weather hasn't quite turned fully for us at the moment. We're hopeful. Obviously, I look out there today, it's pretty dreary, but hopefully it gets better over the course of the next month and we can start to enjoy a little bit more freedom in the COVID situation in the world, and not only that, but maybe a few sunny days. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll talk to you next week. Cheers.